Okay, hi, I'm Aubrey, and this is the Self Journey, and this is a representation of my life. Okay. On October 3rd, 1995, in the city of San Diego, California, I, Aubrey Elise Nzomo, arrived into this world. Life experiences involving many mistakes, successes, and opportunities led me to where I am today, 6,587 days later. In these days, I grew up and experienced the wonders of life. I developed an identity for myself through the many experiences of what we call life circumstances. Every person and moment in my life has helped influence my being. The people I owe the most gratitude to are my parents, of course. Without them, I wouldn't be here today. My parents have taught me so many values that I now live by. They have influenced my character in so many ways. They have taught me to be independent, hardworking, and always have a compassionate heart. My sister plays a huge role in my life. I don't know what I would do without her. I think having a sibling teaches many important life lessons. At times, having a younger sister can be very annoying. However, Gracie has helped me through so much in my life. Family means so much to me. I don't know what I would do without them. When you look at me, you see an 18-year-old girl who has blonde hair and brown eyes. However, there is so much more to me than this. After all, it is what is on the inside that counts. It is said that personalities develop through the concept of nature or nurture. That is, born to be or raised to be. However, I believe personality is developed through both. My personality can be described with adjectives like energetic, friendly, spontaneous, and creative. I try to live my life to the fullest, always making memories so I never feel like a day was wasted. I live in the moment, I love to laugh, and I love to create friendships. With being exuberant, I express myself through my positive energy. My exact personality can be described as ESFP, or extrovert, sensing, feeling, and perceiving, according to the Myers-Briggs personality test. These traits help establish my identity and the way I portray myself. Athleticism was a trait passed on to me through my father, and my entire life I have tried various sports. Soccer has always been the sport I've excelled in the most and enjoyed playing the most. Ever since I was 5, soccer has been a major aspect of my life. I'm playing on an intramural team right now through my sorority. In high school, I competed in volleyball, soccer, cross country, track, and powder puff. This past weekend, my sorority had a tournament for powder puff. Although my team lost, it was still a great experience. In my spare time, I enjoy going to the gym or for a run around the area. My personality affects not only my mental self, but my physical self as well. For example, when I become angry, I go to the gym to release off frustration and stress. Exercising seems to help clear my mind and temporarily escape my escapes from my troubles. I find this equivalent to an artist who expresses themselves through their art, or a musician who relays their emotions through a song. I represent myself through my family and my distinctive personality and my athletics. My self-expression is completely unique. My identity is shaped by every circumstance and every event in my life, and forever is changing as I grow and experience new memories. Thank you.
Hi everybody, I'm Lee. What I think identity is I think identity is a combination of some sort of interactions with every people you meet and all of the experiences you've had and all the learned qualities you have combined with your personality. The way I perceive it is the more you know about others, the more you can easily find out about yourself. I feel like the easiest way to do that is through travel. I'm very lucky. I'm an immigrant, in fact, from Australia. I wasn't born in America. And I'm very, very fortunate to have traveled many, many places, and I'm going to talk to you about the places I've traveled and what I've done in my life to find out who I really am. Travel has taught me what my surroundings are, to be open, to be honest, to be real with people, to understand others, to know their plight and others like them. For instance, I've been to Southern Africa. I traveled into Zimbabwe, Botswana, and South Africa at one point in my young life. And there we would go on these semi-safaris where we try to find the four-legged creatures of Africa, the cheetah, lion, rhinos, all of them. And at every point we'd have a guard there carrying a high-powered rifle in case they got upset and tried to kill us. That was eye-opening for one. Later, I went to Egypt with my family, and as we walked past these giant monuments and statues and pyramids, we would be shadowed by people with submachine guns to protect us from the two-legged monsters. And at this time, Egypt was semi-violent. So really, those two experiences, being shadowed by guards with weapons to protect me, really opened my eyes and being prudent to preparation of what you're going to go through in life. So, about 3 years ago, I went to Baja, and I met one of my father's friends, Georgino Ruiz Campos. And he is a research scientist out of Ensenada. He recently purchased a house that was 2-bedroom, probably no wider than this altogether. If you could cut the room off at the chairs, that's it. 2 bedrooms, split in the middle. Where he, his wife, his 3 children, his grandparents lived. And he was very, very proud of it. He loved it. He was happy as can be. And it made me really contemplate why he was so happy. Because coming from where I was from, I was growing up in comparatively a huge house to that. But it made him proud. And so as time went on, I realized that I love to participate in their happiness and their proudness of what they love. And to him, that was heaven, being with all of his family in the tiny little house he had. And I thought it was amazing. When I was in Brazil, I traveled through the dusty, narrow streets of the favelas, where they only had 3 hours of electricity per week. And what they would spend their 3 hours on is the one working television in the neighborhood, and they would watch soccer. And they would work all day, go to bed, wait until the weekend, watch the soccer, go back to sleep, rinse and repeat every week. None of them seemed any less unhappy than we are. They were happy to do that. They enjoyed watching soccer all the time. Well, not all the time, 3 hours at a time. That was their enjoyment. And just as Georgino's house, it made me proud, and I thought it was amazing. More travel. I've traveled to Naples and Pompeii, seen the gorgeous art in Naples, seen all the destruction of Pompeii. I've bought leather in Barcelona. I've bought masks from Venice. I've bought clay pots from Rome, and I've attended the Caribou Festival in Yellowknife, Canada. It's caribou. And on each of these travels, I watched how people lived, what they were proud of, what the relationship neighborhood was like. Some, their neighborhood didn't like each other, so they would try and build their houses as far away from each other as possible. But unlike in the favelas of Brazil, they didn't have a choice. So their neighborhood was strong in friendship. They would all get together to watch football, soccer. Sorry. Later this year, I'm going to be going to Hawaii because my uncle he married into a giant family in Hawaii, native Hawaiians. So I'm really happy that I get to experience what's left of the Hawaiian culture that's not been whitewashed and destroyed. And I don't know, it may seem like I'm bragging, but that's really not what I'm trying to do. I'm saying that through these experiences, I've became who I am today. I understand what it means to be proud of something that's small, what it means to have a community that's really tight-knit. I'm not just an Aussie rancher that moved to Cali and just understands only what I'm from. I understand what people in Brazil, Africa, a little bit in Asia, all everyone understands and loves. And it's how I see people and why I try to be honest in who I am. Why I don't try to portray myself as an arrogant, college kid who thinks he knows everything about everything. And I really don't plan to stop, because through travel I figured out who I am, who I want to be. I've never traveled to Northern Australia. I've never traveled to the Philippines, Russia, and I hope to in life so I can understand them. I've really found that travel has made me who I am, and I'm very proud of it. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm Katie. So if you ask anybody who they think I am, they would say that I'm pretty, I'm funny, I'm weird, and intelligent-ish. But to me, I am those things, but I feel I'm someone else. I feel I'm represented by very few select things. I am represented, to me, I'm represented by my teddy bear, Miss Bear, the relationships I hold in my life, and poetry and stretch mark cream. I know, it's weird, but whatever. Okay, so the relationships that I hold in my life, with my fiance Johnny, when asked what they thought about me, he said, "Your smile, because in one gesture you flash your entire personality." My stepfather Stephen said, "I see everything I wish I was and more. You have a general trusting nature that is not commonplace, and you are able to see the best in people when I have become jaded." My grandma, Gma, your ability to press forward and accomplish a goal no matter how difficult it may be, you never give up. One of my best friends, Michaela, she said that you are best represented by swings because you're both very fun, and that's where we met, and for some reason that's where we always end up. This is my best friend, Chelsea, and although regrettable, her representation of me was Jennifer Lawrence. I'm not a big fan of Jennifer Lawrence, so that made me cringe a little bit, but she said because she's caring, she's thoughtful, outspoken, outgoing, sentimental, intelligent, poetic, beautiful, humorous, daring, adventurous, emotional in a good way, and oh yeah, she's hot. She's a little strange. My dad said, "Your laugh because it shows you like to have fun, especially when you're picking on your brothers. And I see my procrastinating daughter when I look at you because you wait to do things." Like this. So, and then my brother, Connor, who, oh God. His was a little bit long, so bear with me. He said, "I see a goofy yet academically intelligent young woman with great aspirations for herself despite her incredible insecurities. I see an easily approachable girl who also lacks responsible social skills." He was lying. "You're friendly to most and kind of even when they don't deserve it, but that's sometimes a fault because you let them trample over you rather than use it as a means of self-maturity. You wear your emotions on your sleeve, but that's part of why people love you. You're very expressive when you're happy and a few words when you're not. You have a bad habit of trusting people with no prerequisites, although for those who treat it respectively, your trust is near infinite. You are easily influenced and fairly easy to manipulate due to your lack of social skills." Sorry, that was a bit mean. "And your inability to pick who is truly there for you, but this does allow for those close to you to create an even tighter bond." Sorry, I thought there'd be tape. So a few of the family members I have on here that are not quoted would be my cousin, you can't see his little face, but he's right there. My cousin Jaden and my cousin Gavin, who are both more like my brothers than anything. And my uncle and my Aunt Karen. This was her before she got cancer, and this was her on her last Christmas before she died. My younger brother Walker and my mom. So a few of the relationships I hold that are romantic relationships that really changed who I am and kind of made me who I am was my first boyfriend-ish situation. He did a very wrong thing, and he stole something from me that he should not have taken. And it is because of that that I have been able to grow, and I have been able to learn how strong I can be and who I can be. And my first love, his name was Nathan, and he's crazy. But he taught me patience, and he taught me that it is okay to feel love. It's okay to feel those things. And then there's Johnny, who is probably the greatest accomplishment of my life, and I fully intend on spending the rest of my life with him. My dad, I did not grow up with a very reliable father. I cannot say that he's been constant in my life, because he hasn't. But I've been able to use that, because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be able to appreciate the relationships I have in my life as well as I do. And my mom, who's one of the greatest influences in my life, who has several mental illnesses. And she got sick when I was younger, and it's been a really hard battle for all of us, but it's made me grow up, and it's made me mature a lot faster, and it's made me appreciate the things that you have while you have them. And she's a wonderful person. So, and then for the stretch mark cream, I grew up in a very judgmental society, and so I was raised to believe by, oh, it's all right, just let it fall. I was raised to believe by those around me, not necessarily family, but friends and peers, that who I am was not okay, and how I am is not okay, and it made me very self-conscious. But over time, I began to make jokes, and I began to be able to laugh about it, and I began to be able to be okay with it. And this represents that this may be who I am on the outside, but it's not who I am on the inside. It made me be able to be happy with who I am, and it made me feel okay with who I am, and I'm a lot happier because of it. And my teddy bear, Miss Bear, I've had her since I was pretty much born, and she's been my rock whenever I needed, whenever I was upset or anything. Why, she's all stained and gross. And, it's weird because she's a teddy bear, but it doesn't matter who I am, because when I am with my teddy bear, I can be whoever, and it's okay with my bear to be who I am, no matter what that is. And she has always been there for me. I'm old, so I swear. Poetry. So it's always been really hard for me to express myself, especially after my mom got sick, because it's a lot of emotions to kind of translate to people. So I began to express myself through poetry, because you can compact a lot of feelings into a very small amount of space. And so I found a poem that I felt really represented the most impactful event of my life, was my mom getting sick. And it's called One Wish by Lindsay N. Smith. It said, if I had one last wish to make, it would have to be that God would heal my mom and give her pain to me. For I've never seen my mom hurt so bad in all my life. I'd do anything and everything to take her pain in stride. She's the only one who never lost complete faith in me. Without her here by my side, I'm not sure where I'd be. We didn't always get along, but then again, who does? Without her here by my side, I'm not sure. Wait, just kidding. She taught me about the real world and what life really was. I think I owe her one for all the hell I put her through. So God, if you can grant this one wish for me, I'd eternally be grateful to you. And if my mom ever decides to ask why her life suddenly changed this way, do me a favor and say that I let her know that I said Happy Mother's Day. That was really powerful to me, because if I could, I would take my mom's pain away, because I love her very much. And here comes the girl works. I miss her. I do. I really miss my mom. So anyway, in conclusion, it is very hard to be defined by very few things, but I feel that these were my best representations. So, thank you.
Hi, I'm Isaac Bush. Malcolm X once said, "If a man stands for nothing, he will fall for anything." I live behind this quote because if I support something, I'm willing to risk it all to stand behind what I truly believe in. I'm not willing to just back down and just give up for absolutely nothing. Now, growing up, I was born in Iowa, Kansas, a small little town nobody's ever heard of. I was adopted, as some of you might know. I grew up without a dad, single mom, so I had to find surrogate outside sources as father figures in my life. And it was tough growing up. I didn't have any father experiences, no playing ball on the field. He can't teach me any life lessons, so I had to learn it through other sources. I learned it through my grandpa, who taught me about humility and keeping true to your roots. I learned how to be social and be more funny from my uncle, who taught me, my sense of humor, which I think I have. I consider myself extremely self-motivated through not only, like in school, I found myself self-motivated in how I can play sports and whatnot. And a huge quote that I like to live by is, dreaming is a vehicle that brings dreamers into this world. And I think that if you stand behind something, believe, you should go for it. You just put all your effort into one thing, just 100%, give it all you got, and you'll make a huge impact in this world. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. Don't just give up. A lot of us are in college right now, and we are overwhelmed with all this stuff, frats, organizations, stuff like that. You just gotta calm down and just focus on the one goal that's at hand. Big part of me is what I have to do is I talk about diversity. Diversity is the art of thinking independently together. I consider myself a huge part of diversity, especially in the Bay Area. I was in this group organization called Youth in Government, YIG. We talk about huge political debates within our area, especially in the Bay Area, and especially around the Occupy Oakland movement. We were huge in that. We went to many rallies and got flashbanged and whatnot. It wasn't fun. But, like I said before, stand behind what you believe in. So, the biggest impact on my life right now is definitely my mom and being adopted. A couple of summers ago, I got in contact with my birth parents, which is really, everybody would think it's really awesome. But I found out that I was an accident. I wasn't supposed to be here. So my birth was an accident. They were hugely they're not proud of me being here, on this planet. They didn't want me here really. So I'm just so humble for the fact that I have such a great mom, and she just she's so supportive of me, and she just loves me to death, and I just would not be here without her. So I give all my credit to her. So in conclusion, looking back at what my life has come to, I can say that all these aspects have had a huge impact on my life. And as my best friend once said, you learn from the past, live for the present, and plan for the future. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ashlyn. For mine, I kind of focus not on how I got to who I am, but what I am now. And one of those is being really nervous in front of people, so if I'm talking too fast, let me know. My one picture of my presentation. So a big part of me is, I'm gonna scoot over, sorry, is music. I have an interesting music taste, and when people first look at me, they assume that I like sugar gum pop, Britney Spears and all that, but I'm more about the hardcore stuff. I focus on what the music is about, not how it sounds. If I feel it, then that's what I want. I don't know, it's kind of hard because my parents, years, thought that I was going to turn emu, as my dad would say. I don't think that what you listen to should define how you look or how you feel or how people see you. It's what you want out of it, if that makes sense. So these are just some of my favorite songs. I have new ones every week. I don't know if you guys care, but I don't know, I'm always finding something new that I care about that seems relevant to my life at the time. So. Books are literally everything to me. They provide an escape for when I don't want to deal with people, and I don't deal with people very well. So, a book provides another world for me where I can just dive into if I don't want to handle what's out here. I can read a book over and over and over. I think the entire Harry Potter series I read like 10 times each. So, and my room has about 800 books last time I counted. It's kind of really depressing when I had to move to college and pick like 10. So, some of my favorite authors are literally hundreds, but those are the ones that I've read recently. I don't really expect any guys to know those. Favorite books right now doesn't mean that they're new. Most of these I've actually read, actually all of them I've read about 10 times. But it's just the stories themselves, knowing what's going to happen, but still finding new meaning in it every time is what matters to me. Provides a way for me to cope with everything else. Human interaction. I don't do well with human interaction. I'm not a fan of people in general, but that's kind of, I think that does make who I am, because even though I don't like to, I do anyway. I still try every now and then to make friends or anything, but generally you have to come to me, and I think that's just how I grew up. I was one kid who sat in the back of the class and didn't really talk to anybody. I always had my head buried in a book or had my headphones in and I didn't want to talk to anybody. I don't know, I'm just really shy, I guess. I don't really bother with people, but kind of hand in hand with human interaction is like how I may seem to people and how I act. Like I said, I don't really care to initiate contact with others, but once you do, I don't know. I have a temper, but I'm loyal. If you bother to come to me, to be my friend, to want to be around me, then I will stick with you. So it's just overall. I'm not an easy person to get along with. I'm stubborn. I always have to win. I always have to be right. But if you do get to know me, then I don't know. I can be fun. It can be entertaining, but you kind of have to get there. So.
Tallahassee is my pride. And I'm Victoria Castellanos. Okay, tell me about yourself. That's probably the hardest line to respond to. It's a question that people usually ask you during a job interview, and that's essentially what Denny was asking us to talk about in her essay. So I asked a couple of family members and friends, and they told me that I am family-oriented, proud of my ethnicity, proud of my religion, and goal-oriented. So let's talk about family first. That's my mom, my grandma, and Jesus or Jesus, which is my mom's boyfriend. I consider my pets as part of my family, so this is Mally, that's Daisy, and this is Kino. Kino already passed away, but he's still in my heart. So, I love my family with all my heart, but the person who I really want to focus on is my brother. Not that person, but that person. Sometimes I think I have a weird obsession with my brother because I always have a story to share about him. Why? Because it was such an adventure growing up with him that it's hard not to talk about him. We always did the weirdest and craziest things that ranged from catching butterflies in the backyard to jumping off of my grandma's roof. Can you imagine seeing 2 kids jumping off a roof? I can still remember seeing my grandma's face looking as though she may have a heart attack when she spotted us through the window. This is supposed to be my grandma. Yeah, I love my family so much that it's really hard not to talk about them. So, next up, let's focus on my ethnicity. What am I? I am Mexican American. What does this mean? It means I was born in America, but my family is from Mexico. I'm very proud to be Mexican. I hold this fact dear to me, but many people don't realize my ethnicity and assume that I am full American. I used to get so angry when people called me a white girl. People assume that all Mexicans have dark skin, dark hair, dark eyes, and are short. But, like, it's true if you go to Mexico, that's, like, essentially what you're going to see. But not every single Mexican has those characteristics. So take my cousin's grandma, that's not her, that's just a cartoon I made, but that's my cousin's grandma. She was born in Mexico. She has blonde hair, blue eyes, is 5'3", which is pretty tall for a Mexican. And she has skin that is as white as snow. Does she not classify as being Mexican in the eyes of Americans? I no longer hold a grudge against anyone that mistakes me for a white girl. It's not because I don't love my ethnicity, but because I know that humans are always going to judge a book by its cover until they understand what the book is about. Next up is my religion. I am Roman Catholic. I've been going to church every Sunday since I was a baby, but I'm not what one would call a hardcore Catholic. I don't have posters of the Lord taped on my walls, or a bracelet with all the saints on it, and I hate when my grandma tries to preach to me about how great the Lord is. What I am, or at least what I try to portray myself as, is someone who knows what she believes in and won't stand for someone to tell her otherwise. Now let's focus on my goals. I've wanted to be a zoo vet since I was 10 years old. I volunteered at my local animal shelter, at the zoo. I'm majoring in biology with a minor in zoology. And I just recently started another volunteer program at the zoo. Yeah, so I just started another program at the zoo, and these are some of the animals I'm going to be working with starting this Sunday. So I'm going to be working with the coati, tamarin, Psychic deer, muntjac deer, Malayan sun bear, slimane, spoonbill, and flamingos, which is pretty awesome. I'm excited. I have a solid career plan, and I'm doing anything possible to meet my goal. I try to show people that I am very serious about becoming a veterinarian because I'm extremely passionate about working with animals. So in conclusion, I try my best to come off as someone who is a respectable person, someone who knows what she wants in life, someone who knows what she believes in, as well as someone who knows who she is as a person. I will never portray myself as someone who isn't the true me because I am proud to be the person I am today, which is Victoria Castellanos Corona.
Okay, my presentation, I decided to do something like that made me who I am. Moving to America was really the biggest thing that's ever happened in my life. So this is me. I don't know what exact age I am there, but as you can see, the uniform in Scotland was very strict, and that's actually the casual uniform. So every morning I had to wear a tartan skirt, which was like down to here, green tights, leather shoes, and a blazer and a shirt and tie, which was like a big transition for me because coming here, like being able to wear this to school was like really weird for me. And I still remember the first day when I got to school, the girl, my teacher, said crap in front of the whole class. And like for me, I was like coming from such a strict school, I was like, did she really just say that as a teacher? And then she also said, sorry, my language is really bad now, but she said Fanny as well, which means something else in Scotland, and I was really surprised when she said that. I was like, Jesus. So I was not used to like that kind of environment, and I was used to like a very strict classroom and like the whole ruler to the hand thing, and just like it was different coming to somewhere that was so casual and like it didn't really seem like an actual schooling system. So yeah, this one of the biggest things was the uniform, because coming from that to nothing was like a big deal for me. And yeah, so, this is my big brother. He goes here. His name's Blair. He's a junior. and I think he's probably one of the most influential people in my life, because since we were both the same age when we came here, it kind of made a really big difference, because like coming here, it was kind of really hard at the start because I left my bigger brother behind, who is now 28, and it was just weird coming somewhere there where like I had no family. I just had my mom, my dad, my brother, and kind of getting used to it, and having him with me was really like a godsend, because he was exactly like me. He knew exactly what I was going through, and it was nice to have like family around, and now he goes here too, so it's nice to have him around as well. This is my whole family, Blair, and then Ryan in the middle. So Ryan's the one who lives in Scotland still. When we moved, he was 19, and he decided to stay because my family has a company there, and he decided to stay and work there. So that was really hard for my mom, because like she was really close to my brother, and he's been living there now for 7 years. He's still like progressing there. He's got a fiance now, and yeah, he's loving life there. But it's still kind of hard not having him here, but he still comes for like graduations and like Christmas. I go back and see him, which is like good to still have someone there. It's my parents at my graduation. This is me and my brothers in Scotland last Christmas, and then these are my grandparents. I thought that when I moved here I would kind of like be left behind from the family, but every time I have a special occasion like a birthday, or I go back every Christmas, and this is my graduation, and they came and traveled to visit me, which was really like amazing of them. And I think I put so much about my family in here because they're pretty much who I am. Without them I wouldn't be anywhere. And this is my basketball team. This is like the first like family I had other than my immediate family. When I was in Scotland, I played netball, which is basketball with no dribbling. So learning how to dribble was really difficult, and I traveled a lot, but I've kind of got used to it now. And I think one of the biggest differences was all the sports. Like in Scotland, you either play field hockey or you play netball. It's the only two options for girls. Guys have rugby, that's it. And like having all these different options, I remember I played every sport when I first moved because I was like so excited to learn all the different sports. And that's like one of the main opportunities that I love here, rather than just having to pick from two different sports. And I did Sonoma because this is like my future. I don't really know where I'm going to end up, if I'm going to be in Scotland or if I'm going to be here. But at the end of the day, it's like I'm lucky to have the two different options, and like I can work in Scotland and the US at the same time. So it's nice to have those two different options, and I really think moving here was like the biggest thing that's ever happened to me in my life, and it's like really made me who I am today. Thank you.
Okay, hi, I'm Heather Gillis. This is my Identity and Essay number 2 presentation. Growing up, I wasn't raised with very much religion or culture, so because of that, I was needed to find myself through other things. One of those things I found myself through was fashion. I find clothes a way to express yourself, and I don't dress nice because I care about what other people think. I like to dress nice because it makes me feel good as a person. It makes me feel confident walking around. This was actually a photo shoot I did for my senior yearbook. I was chosen as one of the best dressed with lots of other people. So it was really cool to do, and a great experience. One other thing I find myself through is my music and singing. I started taking voice lessons in 8th grade, and then from there I joined choir. In high school, I started in the beginning women's choir my freshman year, and then from there I was promoted to the varsity choir my sophomore year and continued. After that, I joined the women's a cappella singing group, which is like this group of 10 women. We performed at pen cafes and coffee houses and a bunch of different choir concerts and all that. This video that I'm about to show you is from one of the Peninsula cafes that we did. I don't know if you know the song. It's called Everybody by Ingrid Michaelson. It was a couple years ago, so it's a little old, but yeah, here it is. There's there needs to be some. with the slide. Two more things that are really important to me are my friends and family. Up top, we have a couple of my friends and then my boyfriend, who is now in Citadel in South Carolina. My friends have really taught me to be an honest and loyal and trustworthy person, and they've taught me that I can really support and rely on them. My family has taught me so many values and traditions. Right there is a graveyard scene that my dad did for Halloween, and every year he decks out our whole house, and same with Christmas. One year he had snow brought into our front yard and we slid sleds around. So it's really cool because he tries to make our family values so strong, so we always do family Sunday dinners together and all that. And that's us at Disneyland, and we did that for like 8 years, had tickets to Disneyland. So yeah, those are a couple things that show my identity. Thank you for listening.
My name's Linda Ginyard, but I go by my middle name, which is Imani. It means faith. I think, personally, identity comes from nature and nurture. Mostly for me, it comes from like nurture though, because like how I was raised plays a big part in how I am today. For me, my family is like really important to me. They shaped who I am. My mom and dad, my brothers, my sister, they all, I always see a little bit of me in all of them. We always do things together growing up. I've always had them by my side. Like sometimes I didn't, like in grammar school, whatever you want to say, I didn't like have as many friends when I was younger and stuff growing up, because like I was a little black girl and I just didn't really like have that many friends, so I always went home and I had my family there, so that's all that mattered to me. Music is really important in my family. The music I listen to everything actually, but I prefer like old school hip hop, and I love Boyz II Men. You guys know this already, but yeah. The music I listen to doesn't really like necessarily like tell my story or anything. Like there's not that one song that like tells my story, but like when I listen to music, I like feel for other people, and that's like how I like learn to. This might sound weird, but like that's how I learned to like learn other people and like what other people have been through, take other people's past and everything else into consideration, like learning what everyone else is about, basically. And also, like, me and my family, like most of my family were Christian, and like me and my brother, we both sing in our church choir, so that's like really important to me. We always have like a solo around Christmas time, just me and my brother, and like there's I don't know if anyone knows it, it's called Jubilee. It's in like Santa Clara, Mountain View area. We have like a Christmas special, and like that's like really important to me. Like every year it's something that we do together, and yeah, that's that. What else? Other things that express who I am is like the things in my room, the posters that I have, how I dress, kind of, not really. I just dress however I feel that day. I have a lot of posters, like I had a lot of posters. I have like Bob Marley, and I had a Boyz II Men poster in my room. Me and my family are obsessed with the 49ers. It actually brings us together. It sounds weird, but like when we all come together to watch 49er games, it's just like a big family event, and I enjoy that time. I don't only have one tattoo right now, but that tattoo means a lot to me. It's right here. It says, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." And personally, I really believe that. I'm not going to take it to church here, but that's that. The people I hang out with, how I express myself. I like to surround myself with people like I feel comfortable around. Like I'm really weird and like, well, I'm not really weird, whatever, I'm weird. But like, I guess so the people who really know me is the people who like I feel comfortable around because I feel like I can express myself like easily and stuff. And I don't like to surround myself with like negativity. Yeah, there's not really that much more I have to say, but yeah, that's my presentation.
Okay, I'm Michelle. Start off, sorry, I'm sick, so if my voice goes in and out, I apologize. And I get really nervous, so if I just start to shake and whatever, just go with it, it's fine. So, what's everyone's favorite genre of music?
Indie.
Indie, okay, what else?
Hip hop.
Hip hop, cool.
Bollywood.
1920s.
Okay, interesting, cool. So yeah, I love, music is a huge, huge part of my life. I absolutely love every single type of genre of music, but one that really, in the past year, I'd say, has really gotten into me, or I've gotten into, is EDM. And people, whenever I tell them that, they're like, ew, you like music that sounds like robots like hitting the floor or something. And it's not. Like, it really bothers me when people think that. EDM music is like, there's like 5 different types of EDM music in that one big genre. And I don't like the sounds like robots together. Like, that's not fun for me. But the music that I listen to, like, for some reason, I went to my first event earlier, I think this year, like the beginning of this year, and one of my best friends from home like got me into it, and he showed me a bunch of songs from different artists, and they just resonated with me. Everything flowed, and it was more of like a emotions is what I was hearing, and that's what I love in music. And like, I go to events, and I don't like to call them raves because essentially that's what they are. But when I tell people I go to raves, it's just like, ew, you do drugs and you dress half naked and you, which is not true. I mean, like, half it's kind of true. Not drugs. I don't do drugs. No. But what it is we just go and dance, and you just listen to this really positive energy music, and like that's how I really express myself, is when I go to these things. And it's not every week, it's not every day, it's every few months, if that. And I feel like it's kind of like a mini vacation. And I go, and even like getting ready for these events, like I make like tops for them, and I just like, my friends and I just get super excited. We drive like 2 hours, and like it's really fun. And yeah, so I express myself through dance, and like I've been dancing since I was a little girl. Like, I used to do ballet, and then I was really into hip hop, and then I just kind of gave up after that. I wasn't like super into it to stick with it, but when I go to these things, I just like dance freely, and I can like express who I am through just me being myself. And I've met so many great people who like accept me for me, and that's exactly what I want. This is just a picture from like the back of like my friend and I. Like we were just we were on our friends' shoulders, and this is the first event that I went to, and it was like the most positive thing that like, I could ever experience in my life. Like, I just had a smile on my face the entire time. It's really something that I feel you have to experience before you put a negative connotation on it, because it has a really bad rep for something that's so positive. I don't really like it. These are my friends and I at EDC, which is in Vegas, and it's like a 3-day thing, and it was the most fun thing I've ever been to in my entire life. You just go and listen to music and dance. Like, it's great. And yeah, so I express myself through dance and through that, and I've made so many memories that I will never ever forget, or nothing could ever be better. Another way that makes me and my identity is my morals. Family is a huge part of my life, and I didn't actually realize that until I came to college. I am going to see my family on Friday, and I could not be more excited. But the thing that they've really like plowed into me are 2 really specific things: personal responsibility and common sense. My mom was all about personal responsibility. My grandparents taught her that, and she like plowed that into me. It's like, if I have a problem in my life and I did something wrong, I'm 100% gonna not stick up for myself, but
take responsibility for if I did something wrong, and it just eliminates so many problems that I could have had if I didn't, and it's made my life a lot easier, and I'm really happy that my parents really like told me to do that because it's cool. And then common sense was my dad's thing, and he works in LA, and he owns apartment buildings right in front of USC, so he rents out to a lot of college kids who just, it's really funny, he'll come home and like we'll be sitting at dinner and he'll just tell me really funny stories about how these college kids just like don't know how to like turn on a stove because there's just no common sense there, and like I'm really happy that like I know how to do like general things like that, and I live by these rules every single day. It makes my life a whole lot easier, and I think that everyone should really live by these rules because it's just, yeah. My last thing is genre in my household. I feel like I really like understand the world a lot better, and I think it was like this for a lot of you, but it was kind of like my brother versus myself my entire childhood. So like let's say curfew, when he's 4 years older than me, but when he was 16, let's say his curfew was like 11. When I was 16, my curfew was 10, and I would always ask my dad like, why did Jordan got to go out? Like, why couldn't I go out like longer? And he's like, well, you're a pretty little tiny girl who could get raped, and your brother is a big man, boy, and he can handle himself. And it's just that was kind of how I look at gender now, and yeah, it's interesting. And like I brought my this is Ellie. I was really into pigs, but now I'm into elephants, and it kind of represents how like boys have different toys than girls do, and it's just a difference in how I look at things. And so I think that the speeches that we've been the lectures that we went to about like genre and stuff like really kind of touched me. Well, not touched me, but like it was interesting to hear like their point of view, and it was all very the same. Also a thing of like dating I think is really interesting, because I know I've talked to somebody in here, but they said the same thing that my dad said, you're not dating till you're 30, sorry. And it's just kind of like a dad thing to say. But it's interesting because, you know, my brother would come home with a girl and my dad would be like, yes, right on, good for you. But it's just definitely different because, like, I'd be like, oh, like, can I have or I'd say, like, I have a boyfriend, and my dad's like, no, stay away from boys. No, don't do it. So, yeah, I feel like that also goes under the category of, like, my parents teaching me a lot of stuff when I was younger, and it's just maybe who I am today. So I feel like I ultimately express myself through music and dance. And also, like, I've learned a lot of who I am from my parents and what they've taught me. And my philosophy in life is do what makes you happy. And I feel like I do that, and I feel like everyone else should, because if you do what makes you happy, you won't have any worries.
Konnichiwa, hajimemashite, watashi no name wa Caitlin. Annyeonghaseyo, ne irumun Caitlin imida. Je m'appelle Caitlin Jasper. I'm sure that most of you guys, when I walked up here, thought I was going to say, hi, my name's Caitlin. And I did, but just in a way I relate to more. To society, I'm an 18-year-old white female. I am a daughter, I'm a sister, a cousin, a niece, and now I am a roommate. And some stuff that my friends and family said about me were that I'm fun-loving, smart, and a courageous little sister. Miss Caitlin Jasper, she is genuine and a source of heartfelt, positive energy. She's a goofy nerd with natural beauty. Though this is all true and wonderful, I'm actually up here to talk to you about how I portray myself and what I am deep inside. I'd like to start off with the most basic way I identify with myself, which is gender-wise. I'm a girl, and I identify with a lot of female things, but in society, I feel like they portray girls as going after all of these, like Cosmo magazine and wearing makeup and all this stuff, and I'm not really like that. In fact, I'm probably what most people would call a feminist, and by this I don't mean like crazy. The best way for me to portray what I think a feminist is by Rebecca West's quote. She said, "I myself have never been able to find out precisely what feminism is. I only know that people call me a feminist whenever I express sentiments that differentiate me from a doormat. It's women like Audrey Hepburn, Coco Chanel, Gertrude Bell, and J.K. Rowling who I identify with and aspire to be like. I'm strong-willed, I'm loud, and I will always speak my mind and follow my heart. I like to believe that Shakespeare's quote, though she may be small, she is fierce, embodies me. A big part of an individual's identity comes from race and religion. With both race and religion, I look at them as a buffet that the world offers me. I can basically pick and choose what I want, and I pile them up on my plate. And though I may be Caucasian, there's actually 2 other races that I really identify with, and that is Indian and Asian. For about 8 years of my life, I've been really heavily into Asian and Indian culture. My 2 favorite Asian cultures are Japanese and Korean. When I was in 7th grade, I decided that I wanted to teach myself Japanese, and then later on I tried to teach myself Korean. I like to surround myself with the music from these cultures, the movies. Some of my favorite actors and actresses actually come from these countries. Basically anything that I can get my hand on. If I'm walking in the library and I see something on Japan, I'm going to pick it up and read it. The liveliness and colorfulness that come from both these cultures, I feel really embody me. I love color and being happy and joyous about everything. Another thing that affects who I am is where I come from. I come from a really itty-bitty mountain town that's very conservative. To give you guys an idea, Dr. Seuss's Whoville is a perfect example of where I grew up. Because of this, it definitely gave me a sense of who I am. I differed a lot with people's opinion. I'm pretty liberal and they were all conservative. So I really had to back myself up with what I believed in. But they also gave me a sense of community and love and family, even if they're not blood. And they also gave me the best childhood, which personally has never left me. I'm still a pretty big kid. Religiously, if someone asked me, I'd tell them I was agnostic, which means that I believe in a higher power, but I can't tell you exactly what that is. But I also really connect with Hinduism and this thing called spirituality. In Hinduism, my 2 favorite deities are Ganesha and White Tara. Ganesha is the god of scholars and students and education. And so right now, especially in college, I really identify with him and what he represents. And then White Tara is just about being a very strong female. She surrounds herself with happiness and motherliness and all of that jazz. Something that people don't really know about me religiously is that I'm like really big into spirit. So I believe in like chakras and really making everything pure. And something that I do is I read oracle cards. I don't know how many of you guys know about tarot cards. Basically you use them to like answer questions or like read your future. Oracle cards are pretty much the same thing, but they answer questions more. So like for example, if I was all, oh my goodness, am I gonna do good on this representation? I would pull out my oracle cards, and they would kind of guide me to an answer, and it just gives me more, a clear way of looking at life. But the most important thing to me is honestly to surround myself with just happiness and good people. Now I'm gonna get into the nitty-gritty, who I really am. First and foremost, I'm a bookworm. I'm a product of the books I've read and am yet to. Charles William Eliot spoke the truth when he said, "Books are the quietest and most constant of friends. They are the most accessible and wisest of counselors, and the most patient of teachers." While other kids when I was little had teddy bears or blankets that they used to, relate to, I always had a book. I go everywhere with books. I walk with them. They are my safety net. When I read, I definitely tap into a happier place within myself, and I really reach deep inside of me. A lot of times when I was little, I'd get lost in stores because I would start reading, and then I would realize my mom wasn't around. It's kind of where I want to be an English teacher and then a writer. I want to inspire others. I want them to love English just as much as I do and realize how important it is to our culture and this generation. Most importantly, poetry has been a really large part of who I am and what I am, and I identify really strong with poets. One of my favorite poems is by Shel Silverstein, and it's called Listen to the Mustn'ts. Listen to the mustn'ts, child. Listen to the don'ts. Listen to the shouldn'ts, the impossibles, the won'ts. Listen to the never haves, then listen close to me. Anything can happen, child. Anything can be. It's through literature that I am reminded I can achieve whatever I want. And though there are many feats that I'm going to face, especially in college in this new environment, I can look to a lot of the characters that I really enjoy and know I'll make it through like they did with their challenges. Not only am I a reader, but I'm a laugher, a giggler, a snicker, a joke teller. I believe laughter is important to the well-being of not only mankind, but myself. I identify with making people laugh and cheering them up. I really don't like when people are sad. This year, I joined improv, and honestly, it has shaped me so much, because basically you're thrust up in front of people, and you have to act goofy, and you have to think on your toes, and it's really helped me reach deep inside myself and just accept who I am, and the mistakes I make, because I make a lot. Basically, to sum everything up, I'd like to leave you guys with a quote from one of my favorite authors, John Green. Almost everyone is obsessed with leaving a mark upon the world, bequeathing a legacy, outlasting death. We all want to be remembered, and so do I. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, I'm Margaret. This is a presentation on who I am, how I came to be, and things that I identify myself with. So, I am a sibling. These are me and my 3 older siblings. I have 2 sisters and a brother. This is us at our beach house, and we go body surfing and boogie boarding and stuff like that. And I just have always looked up to my siblings as being role models, and I definitely have shaped who I am because of them. Next are my parents. My parents are probably one of the biggest influences in my life because I aspire to be a perfect mixture of the 2 of them. And I definitely see myself being as successful as my parents have been. And I'm a wife. The day before my best friend's first chemo treatment, we were like, let's get married. So we made a fake marriage certificate, and I still celebrate our anniversary. And I'm a team member. This was senior year when we did Powder Puff. I'm also a caretaker. I've always found myself gravitating towards children. So if there's a baby, I'll be like, can I hold it? And all that kind of stuff. And I've always babysat my whole life, and I just hope to someday have my own children as well as study the development of children. And I'm a friend and a girlfriend. My friends and my girlfriend definitely have shaped me to be who I am. I find myself to be very caring and compassionate, and I wouldn't be who I am without them. So I have found, I don't know, this presentation isn't really about my identity, it's about how I represent myself. So my first way is through my hobbies. This is what we call biscuiting, or other people call it tubing. And so this is on one of our annual family trips up in the Sierra Nevadas. And we put 3 people on this death trap and see how fast we can fling them off. So this was one of the more fun rides, as you can tell. I also like to wakeboard. So this is me and one of my good family friends, and we're both wakeboarding. And this is me and all 5 of my family members skiing behind one boat. And it was quite a feat to pull this off. But all of these hobbies are things that have made me who I am. I consider myself a water baby. So anytime I can be in the water or near the water, I try to be. And also, another one of my hobbies is traveling. So this summer, me and my parents did a 3,000-mile road trip, and we went up the coast of California to Washington and over to the island, or the San Juan Islands, and then we took a ferry to Victoria Island, and then we ferried across to Canada, and we drove from Vancouver, Canada to Calgary, and then we drove down back home. And it was one of the best trips I've ever taken. I got to see such beautiful scenery, and I just got to spend I think it was 2 weeks with my parents, and I just really got to have a really intense but awesome experience with them before I went off to college. And it's another way that I feel that I've gotten to be close to my parents, and my parents have been there for me through everything. So going on adventures with them definitely has helped to represent myself, because I like to think of myself as a traveler. I also have gone to a pride parade in Canada, and it was pretty awesome. It was better than the San Francisco Pride because there were less people, so it was more personable. And it was such a great experience because we didn't know it was happening, and my family saw that it was going on. They were like, let's do it. So it just showed that no matter who you are, you should be proud of who you are, because my family has supported me through everything in my life, and I am so grateful to have them, and they have all helped to shape me to be who I am. And this is my foot tattoo that a lot of people don't know I have because I wear shoes. It's in memory of my best friend, and that's our anniversary. This picture in itself explains me a lot, because especially after she died, I would always have butterflies and dragonflies and ladybugs would just come and sit on her tattoo, and even if I was riding at 30 miles per hour on our boat, one would find their way onto my tattoo. And it just shows that no matter who you are, things can happen, and it definitely has shaped me to be accepting of the things that have happened in my life. And it's her name with a claddagh, which is an Irish tradition type of thing, and it means friendship, loyalty, and love, and it pretty much just sums up our whole relationship. And her death has caused me to not really question life and just accept things for as they are. And I believe that her visiting me through animals and butterflies has shown that even though people pass in the physical world, they're still there in the spiritual world. And then another big representation is my arm tattoo, which is an elephant for me because they're my favorite animal, and a cuttlefish for my sister. And they're holding hands because my sister is my best friend, and she's been there for me through everything, and she still accepts me, and she's just she's been my rock. And through her, I have learned that no matter what, you should always just love and let people love you and just be happy with life. And the next thing is I am very proud of who I am and where I come from, this is my great-great-grandfather, Adolfo Camarillo, and he is riding on the back of a white horse, and he founded a town in Southern California, and through him, my family has become known as the Camarillo family, and he passed on the tradition of white horses, and so, like, if you Google Camarillo white horses, there's pictures of my mom riding in rose parades, and so I'm just really proud of my background, and everyone calls me a white girl and all this stuff, but I'm very proud of his line of family comes from Spain, but he came from Mexico, so I'm Spanish and Mexican, so I'm very proud of that. And then this is the house that we call our ranch house, and I just spent like all of our holidays here and just getting to spend time with family, and through that I have learned that family is always number one, and it has made me to be who I am today. So thank you.
Hi, I'm Jen Lincoln, and this is my presentation. So the biggest event that I think happened in my life was when I was 3. I moved from Martinez to Lafayette, and if you guys know the Bay Area, that's really only like 20 minutes away. But by moving to Lafayette, I think I've gained so many life experiences because of the opportunities that I was able to have living in Lafayette. So, me doing student work. This is Pinecrest, and I go there every single year. My mom went there every single year when she was growing up. It's like 3 hours away from the Bay Area. It's somewhere that we go camping, and just like no cell service up there. We go into tents. We like don't shower the whole week. I know, kind of weird, but it's like it's a step away from where I am, and I'm able to like get to know, I don't know, I guess my wilderness self, because I'm just with like me and my friends and my family here instead of like on like Facebook all day or anything. So like that's the joy of my summer going to Pinecrest every year. And then last year we got a lovely email from Denny 2 days before I left that said, make sure you read Wild. So on my vacation I was still studious reading Wild because I try to get good grades so I can be successful in life. Volleyball, definitely the number one thing in my life. I've played since 5th grade, and then it just ended senior year, so here I'm playing intramurals, but it's a little bit different. It taught me teamwork because obviously we're a team. And then junior year I was cut from volleyball, which was like probably the most depressing part of my life. So instead I was able to coach with the freshman team, which was like the biggest honor because like I built a friendship with those girls and I was able to kind of lead them. And then I went back senior year, tried out again after playing club, and then there I am on varsity. So it was like, that was the biggest journey in my life, kind of because volleyball has always been my rock, and I've had like a pretty unstable life, but it's always been there. Like, to get out of my anger, I was able to go play volleyball, hit some people, I don't know, I mean, football's not half to with them. And it's just kind of like a way to vent myself, so it was like, senior year was kind of like the end of that chapter of my life, and I was able to move forward now after like continuing that chapter of my life. Here I am volunteering and working. I started Girl Scouts in kindergarten, and it was a big part of my life because it just kind of taught me a foundation of you need to like look out for other people and do other things better, like instead of just being all about yourself. So there I learned to like kind of start volunteering, and then my troop fell apart, so I joined 4-H instead. And I was an officer for that, so that taught me leadership and like learning skills and stuff about how to like, well, I was a treasurer, so it taught me a lot about money, which like, I think I'm pretty good with now. And then these were my goats. I loved my goats. So they were like the most obnoxious things ever, but I still love them because it taught me like responsibility. I had to get up every morning at 6 a.m. to walk my goats. And if you know Lafayette, like I've nearly caused car crashes because people would stop to look at my goats because that's not normal in Lafayette. And then here I was, I don't know, just one of the other goats. And then Noah's was like my first real job, and it was like that literally taught me like the best thing ever. It taught me money skills, taught me leadership, taught me like responsibility because I would have to get there at 5 a.m. for my shifts like 5 or 6 days a week, like during the summer. And then it taught me to save, which I knew I wanted to be in a sorority, so I saved almost every single paycheck just to be in a sorority to pay for it. So it's like biggest responsibility teaching, and then also teamwork and management because I like kind of controlled a lot of the time when I was working. And Disneyland seems kind of childish because, you know, like Disneyland princesses, But I never really had like a close tie with my sister, and we still aren't close. Like, she's never seen me play volleyball. She's never come here. I highly doubt she will ever visit Sonoma. But this is the one place where like we relate because we're really close. Like, we both kind of love Disneyland. So it's like this is probably the only contact we might have ever had in our lives. Like, we don't touch each other. We don't. Like, it's just no hugs ever. And then so I don't know. It's just kind of like our rock. That's like my family's rock. Like, my dad grew up on Disneyland every year, so now we go at least once a year if we can. And it's just kind of like that's our family. Like, we're happy when we're in Disneyland. So it's like I get other people travel the world, go see places, but it's like why change stuff when I know I'm happy there? So try to go a lot. And then this is where I am now. So graduated Auckland Lakes High School. It's pretty fun. And then Sonoma State University, which I am now. And I'm ready to start the next chapter of my life, which has included right now Alpha Gamma Delta, which I really want to be because my cousin was an AGD, and I was like, oh my gosh, like seeing her, growing up with her, like being an AGD. And then this is my family, away from my family, my Greek family. And then Sarah, because we went through recruitment together. I'm just really happy to be here because it's kind of like I'm starting over with my life, but I still have like a home away from home. So I'm like, I just can't wait to see what is next for me after Sonoma.
As you all know, I am Allie. I'll start off with a quote, one of my favorite quotes. Always remember that you are absolutely unique, just like everyone else, by Margaret Mead. I named it unique because I do consider myself different from a lot of people. I'm kind of loud and crazy. A lot of people are like that. This is my family, my dad, my little brother, my mom, and my grandma. We're all pretty much loud and crazy and exciting, and without them, I really wouldn't be who I am today. This is my mom. I love my mom. Her name's Lisa. She's my best friend, and she taught me to be a really giving person and to never expect anything in return. In grade school, I didn't really get along with her too much. We were always fighting, and it was because she like always told me what to do, and I think I just didn't get along with her because I was like, well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do what you're telling me to do. And once I grew up a little bit, I realized that I should have listened to her all along because then I wouldn't have gotten in so much trouble. She helps me with every situation I'm in, and she gives like the best advice I could ever ask for. I think that's also why I give really good advice, and a lot of my friends come up to me and ask me to help, help with their situations and their problems. She also taught me to be caring and loving and a passionate, and she's definitely what I would call my inspiration. This is my dad. He's obviously my hero. Whenever I'm feeling down, he knows how to pick up my spirits, and he showed me not to let people change me and to be confident in who I am. He taught me also to be fun-loving and carefree, and one of my favorite memories of him and, well, me, my brother, and him was running through Walmart and putting on costumes and doing sword fights and just pretending to be who we are. This is my little brother. I love him. I actually adore him. His name's Nick. We fight a lot, but we do love and care about each other, and I think that's kind of like what a sibling's about. And he's only 11 years old now, but he's really protective over me. And whenever I would come home crying or upset because somebody hurt my feelings, he would tell me that he hates them and they're not allowed back in the house. It just like make me laugh. And I really love him for that. I believe that he influences me just as much as I influence him. And he taught me so many different things, and I couldn't really ask for a better brother. And if you're wondering about the zombie makeup, we were on a zombie walk, and it was really fun. So this is middle school. I definitely portrayed myself differently then than I do now. I didn't really consider myself emo, gothic, or scene. I considered myself as like a heavy metal rocker chick. I went to a middle school with about 80 kids in my 8th grade class, and so I was the only one to be different. The only one to dye my hair different colors, to put on the tightest pair of skinny jeans I owned, Converse, and heavy metal band t-shirts. And I was okay with that. I was okay with being different. I even loved the Screamo music and the Screamo scene. Everything about it was just amazing. I even followed these bands, Devil Wears Prada, A Day to Remember, All That Remains, and Miss May, all the way down to San Diego with my dad, and it was really fun. The took me about a year to kind of get out of that whole look. But I really never stopped loving that music. I still listen to it today. I'm kind of, you know, a rocker fan still at heart, but I do like other types of music. I do listen to rap, hip hop, reggae, pretty much everything but country. I'm kind of getting to it, but kind of iffy about that. But I started to dress like, sophomore year I started to dress kind of like how I do now. Comfy clothes. I like to be comfy. I don't really care to dress up too much unless I have to. Also, I found that I really portray myself through like my makeup. You can tell if I'm feeling down, I kind of wear dark makeup. If I'm feeling edgy, I wear the thick eyeliner. If I'm feeling spontaneous and weird, I wear purples, greens, blues, whatever. So if you were to ask all my friends to name one quality about myself, it'd definitely be fun-loving. I'm always trying to have fun. I always want to do something weird, fun, spontaneous. It really doesn't matter. But if I'm bored, I like to jump up and okay, let's do something. Kind of bored. I remember in high school, I had to do community service with Jasmine, and we had to hold a sign for 4 hours just on a street, and it was so boring. So we decided to make it interesting and play music and just start dancing like nobody was watching. It's probably one of the funnest times I ever had. Okay. Last is I really don't portray myself through ethnic and cultural artifacts. I really don't believe that defines me. I believe I define myself through the way I speak and the way I talk, well, the way I speak, the way I dress, and the way I act. I'm kind of crazy, outgoing, and fun, and I really wouldn't trade my life for anybody else's, and I'm completely happy with just being who I am.
Well, anyway, so this is my sideshow. This is the town that I come from, which is Half Moon Bay, California, which you guys probably don't know, but that right there is Mavericks, and that's in El Granada of Half Moon Bay, and that's, you guys are surfers or know any, like the movie Chasing Mavericks, that's where that was filmed. And it's a small town, it's a tourist town, it's secluded, and this is a place close to my house. It's the beach close to my house, and it's a secluded beach that my friends and I call the lagoon. That isn't, there's not you can't really see it that well, but there's this part right here, and when it rains it fills up with water, and it's a place that I go with my friends to relax because no one goes there. And that's my dog. And I'm an only child, so my dog's kind of like my sibling. And yeah. So this is a little collage of my past. This is my family. My grandpa and my grandma are from Italy, and a big part of my childhood was getting together at their home for family gatherings and dinners and just for holidays. And once it really gave me a sense that when I'm older I really want to be family oriented and let my kids enjoy family, because now that they're passed away we don't really get together as a family. And I'm really close with my dad, so that's why my dad's there a lot. My grandpa, he passed away when I was 7 and she passed away when I was 9, so I didn't really get to know them that well, but I learned a lot from them. She always cooked everything homemade and from Italy, and it was just really nice, and it's just a good thing that I bonded with my family over. So her doing that made me decide I wanted to get into baking and cooking, and yeah. And he raised lots of animals, particularly birds, and that contributed to me being an animal lover. And this is when I was younger, I got into my nanny's lipstick, but it's not the point of it.
My parents, when I was younger, they owned a company, so I was pretty much raised by my nanny, and that, like, I called her mommy. Like, I thought that she was my mom, and that really, I don't know, like, looking back at it now, it really bothers me, the fact that, like, I don't know, like, why have a kid if you're not gonna raise them? So that's really contributed to a lot of how I believe I want to raise a family and how I go about meeting people, because I don't know, I would never want to leave my kid with someone that was, I don't know, it's just good, family oriented. And at my grandparents' house. So some ways that I present myself to people, like that, the way that people view me, that's kind of what I thought this assignment was. So it's like pictures off Facebook and stuff. But I'm always going on walks and hikes with my dog, so I'm pretty active in that way with her. I really like going to shows or raves, if you want to call them that. I really like the environment and the people in the environment. Everyone's very happy and welcoming. No one's shunning people out because they look weird, or people are accepting of everyone, so it's a really nice environment. I really love baking. That's a cake I made my friend Amelia for her 18th birthday party. And a dog, hiking space. And this is, I don't consider myself a traveler because I haven't really, like this summer was probably the most I've traveled, but I went to Costa Rica for my senior trip, and that's a picture there. And traveling to, like, in Costa Rica, their school systems, like, they stopped funding the military to fund school systems, and it's just learning about every place's different culture and how they go about education and war and their government is just really interesting to me. And this was in New Mexico, Santa Fe. It was the International Folk Art Market, and it's pretty much just a place where every country, people from each country contribute like folk art. They just like make stuff, and the money that they make from it, it's really overpriced. Like the tickets to get in is like $150, but I volunteered there, and the money that they make can feed their village and their family for a year, and then they come back and make the money again to go on with the next year. And that was a really big eye-opener because I met a lot of people that practically had nothing compared to what we have, and it's just ridiculous to me how someone will have like a 2-bedroom house and be like, oh my god, this is so bad, like to live in such a small house when they live in a little tent. Like, and yeah, that's pretty much how I present myself to people, in my opinion.
So, my big part of my identity is every time when I was younger, I would always be asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do with your life? It's kind of a big question for a child. And then my 5th grade teachers ingrained in us, like, you have to go to college, you have to do this, you won't get anywhere in life if you don't have a degree. So I kind of channeled myself into what I want my career to be, and I took my interests. And my major interests are biology because I love animals, especially animal behavior. I find it really interesting. I look up all the information I can on specific species I'm interested in, especially big cats, that's my favorite. And I think I was also inspired by animals as a child by Steve Irwin. He was my childhood idol. I would watch his show on Animal Planet, which is the only channel I ever watched as a kid with my parents, and just, I don't know, he really inspired me. Like, a quote by him that's my favorite quote is, "The proudest thing I've accomplished professionally is worldwide wildlife conservation," and that's what I want to do. I want to educate people about animals and species and why they're important and why we should protect them, and how what we do with our lives affects them and whatnot. So that's been a major influence in my life. Also, Jane Goodall is another idol I have. She redefined man, quotationally, because of her unorthodox way of studying wildlife. She studied chimpanzees. So that's another part, but I don't know, I don't feel that I'm just my career. I feel like that's what I've channeled most of my being into. But there's other aspects of who I am, like literature. Books are some of my best friends. I've been reading since I could. I've read much higher grade level. I read Aragon in like 4th grade, and that's like a 7th grade level book. It's also my favorite book. I also read Lord of the Rings and all the Harry Potter books. I read Harry Potter, each book in like 2 days. So yeah, I'm a speed reader as well. And that's part of it. And I think that literature has the ability to translate human emotions and ideals and experiences into things that everyone can relate to. That's why I really enjoy reading. In my opinion, I believe that reading helps us to better understand ourselves and our community. And I have other personal interests, like every other teenage person. I have TV shows I like. I have posters. I'm really proud of what I like. I display it, kind of like a peacock. I put everything I have on show. So it's another way I express myself. And collectibles, and it's just also with my I did volunteer work in school. I'm really I'm proud of that, and I really enjoyed it. It's also gave me like a real life experience of working, because my dad always wanted me to get a part-time job, and I'm like, Dad, I do have a part-time job, I'm just not getting paid. Like, I understand work ethic because I volunteered at the same animal shelter, no-kill shelter, for 4 years. So yeah, I think that's very important. And just to sum it all up, my dream is to improve the lives of animals, both in captivity and in the wild, and I'm just using myself and my ambition to achieve that. So yeah.
Okay. The importance of being you. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Steve Jobs. I have found that through the people I am closest to, I have become myself. My mom. She's probably one of the most influential people in my life. She's impacted me the most. Without her, I would not be who I am today. Watching her work a full-time job since I was a kid, coming home to a family, taking care of us, cooking and cleaning, definitely inspired me to do well. You know, I can still push myself 100% in many different things. You know, through the struggles we've had in my family, she's had a positive outlook. She looks for the better sides of things. I feel like I've picked up that type of attitude. My dad, he definitely would want you to think that he's just this big, tough, rugged guy. In reality, he's not. He's just a big bear, you know. When I see him play with my nieces and my little brother, I definitely see that he loves being a grandpa and he loves being a dad. I remember when we were kids playing Hot Lava Monster in the playground. These random kids would come join us, and they would like start playing with my dad, and not play with me, you know. But it was always cool. I was a kid to have a cool dad. People come over and be like, "Yeah, let's play with your dad." Okay. I feel like definitely I picked up his sense of humor. Not gonna lie, I think I'm pretty funny, and his big heart. He's really caring. My brothers, my twin brother, Jacob, though we were born the same day, he's 2 minutes older than I am, and he will never let me forget that. He takes the role of big brother very seriously. In 3rd grade, I have a collection. In 3rd grade, I asked these boys to play, and they told me no. And I asked why, and they said because I have a butt chin. And I started to cry, you know. And so I was walking back, and my brother saw that, and he said what was wrong, so I told him. And he went up to those kids, and he hit them, and he got suspended for it. And then my little brother, Austin, he's the baby of the family. So he's always being treated like a baby by my mom. So he's that one in our family. And my brothers definitely taught me how to like just go with the flow things. because they both have a carefree attitude. I'm just like, okay, I picked that up from them. My sister, my nieces. My sister, we are very like, she's 5 years older than I am, so we didn't grow up really close. But now that I'm older and I see like what she's gone through life, definitely realize that I can go through anything as long as I keep a good positive attitude and just keep on going through it. My nieces, Kaylee, she's 6, she's so smart. Sometimes to a fault, you know, all kids gotta know why this, why that. I don't know the answers sometimes, but try to make them up as I go. My little niece, Malia, she's almost 2, she's my big girl. She definitely has this energy about her that's so contagious. When I'm around her, I can't help but be happy and smile and stuff. From them, I've learned responsibility. Having kids is a lot of work, something I'm not ready for. You know, as I've grown older, I definitely realized the big group of friends I have had has dwindled down to a select few. My friend Aubriana and I've known her since 6th grade. She's probably like one of my closest friends, and it's really hard to like be away from her now, but it's really cool, and I look forward to keep our relationship strong. The one friend that's probably been the most influenced in my life has been Allie. You don't know her. You know, growing up with a bunch of boys, I was a tomboy. I didn't do my hair, my makeup. I dressed like a boy every day. Freshman year, continued it. Sophomore year is when I kind of like started breaking out of my shell. I did my hair a little bit. Junior year, I did my hair and my makeup, still dressed very comfortable, baggy clothes. Senior year is when I truly broke out of my shell. I did my hair, my makeup. I dressed very femininely, you could say. Definitely, through Allie's influence, become more confident in my skin, you know, myself. So I don't represent myself through the way I dress. I'm not very ethnic. I don't really have a strong religious background, but I do represent myself through a smile. You know, since I was a kid, my teachers, friends, and family have always told me I've got a smile on my face. This is true. When I'm upset, I try and smile through it just to make myself feel better, you know. I found that I am a happy, fun, enthusiastic person who looks for the positive in things, because being happy is what makes life worth living. And that's me.
Hello, I'm Sarah Wildman. So I was born and raised in San Diego, California, and I like to say that I come from a place that is positive, happy, and peaceful, and like the environment and the atmosphere all contribute to like why I love it so much and how I portray myself. I really think that San Diego has like shaped my personality and how I kind of like go about my life. Okay, church. I grew up going to church every Sunday, and I believe that my Christian faith really defines who I am, and without God I would basically be lost. And also like through like learning about God and like my faith, I've learned to like open my eyes to like other people's struggles, and like always like when I go like see people, you know, I'm never like judging, like not judging them super hard, because like you never know what someone is going through. And then my freshman year of high school, I went to Mexico on a mission trip, and this is like a pivotal time in my life and in my identity, because we were kind of like able to see how the people there were living, and one of the days we got to deliver care packages to the families in the town, and just to like see like the conditions that they were living in was just like eye-opening to me, and to like it really made me thankful for what I have and like taught me gratitude. Okay, and then my siblings, probably the biggest influences in my life. They've really taught me so much, and I look up to them a lot. Okay, this is Nick, Michelle, and Brian, and Michelle is the oldest. They're kind of out of order there. And me and Nick are probably like I'm closest to him out of everyone, and he's always like been there to like protect me. He's like taught me things, and like I always say that my siblings have made my mistakes for me because I'm the youngest. And they're just like the ones that I can always like turn to. They always have my back for everything and always there to support me. And then sports. I've been playing sports since I was 6. I started with softball and then have basically been on some sort of team for my whole life. And I really think that sports have shaped me into the person I am today, just because I've learned to be a team player and to like work well with other people. And also I think it's important to like it's important to be a player just as much, or like to learn to be a player just as much as it is to be a coach, because you have to like, I've learned to just like listen and almost do what I'm told, but in a way that's not like too like dictatorship-y or whatever, but like in a way that is good and make the coach want to play me more because I'm listening as opposed to like talking back and stuff. And I've also learned leadership through sports too, especially like throughout high school, like as I was older, like teaching the younger kids how to play, and like they always look up to you and look to you as an example, so I think that was really important. And when having bad coaches, I learned to coach myself almost and just like look at how other people are playing and to better myself. And then I'll leave you with a quote. Steve Jobs once said, you can't connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your life. And I truly believe that everything happens for a reason, and all the experiences in my life have shaped me into the person I am today.
Okay, so I just put together some of the things that I think make up my identity and some of the experiences I've gone through in my life. So first I just want to talk about some of the people that I think have made the biggest influence in my life. This is my boyfriend, my parents, my sister, my brother, and my grandpa. And so my mom and my brother and sister immigrated from Mexico when my mom was about like 26. And I think that my family's background definitely has like a really big influence in my life and my beliefs. So she came from Mexico and then met my dad here in America and then had me. So she brought along a lot of the traditions and celebrations with her from Mexico. Like here's a picture of me and my family celebrating Cinco de Mayo. We get the rosca de reyes, and that's what that is. And it's just like a big circular bread, and you like bake little baby Jesuses into it, and whoever gets the baby Jesus in their slice has to throw a party. And so we always, in my house, like my mom is like always making food, so that's definitely a big part of my life, is just like always having homemade food for like at home for me. And she always loves to like invite people over to just come over and eat, so my family's just really big and welcoming, and it's definitely made me like that too. Like I like having people over and hosting things like that. And also because of my family, I think that my family has made me be like a not very judgmental person, because my family's definitely gotten judged a lot. Like sometimes people just kind of assume things about my family because they're Mexican, and sometimes people will assume that some of my family members are like illegal even though we're not, or just things like that. So I try to not like judge other people just off things, like just off stereotypes. Next. And then I did cheerleading in high school. I was on 2 teams. I was on my competitive team and my high school team, and I definitely think that shaped a lot of who I am today. I was the captain of my JV cheer team my sophomore year, and that taught me a lot about leadership, and like they were like both my teams were just kind of like my second families, and I definitely met like some amazing people through cheerleading that like changed me. And cheer taught me how to like push myself and how to work with others and things like that. And it's definitely one of my biggest passions. And next. And another really big passion I have is in high school I did musicals. And these were the 3 musicals that I didn't do it my freshman year. And in 2 of them, I was the dance lead, which was really a really good experience. And this one we did Grease. I was Cha-Cha. And that was just a way that was really nice. I met a lot of really great people through that too. And it was a way for me to express myself. And another way that I like to express myself is, I don't have any pictures of it, but I like to do makeup. I've taken classes on how to do stage makeup, and I did stage makeup for all the musicals. And for our haunted house at the high school, I would do zombie makeup, and I took classes on how to do that, and that was just a lot of fun. Because I'm not a very artistic person, I can't draw or anything like that. I wish I could. But so doing makeup is my way, it's my form of art, I guess. Next. And then something else is my religion is definitely a big part of me. This was a missions trip that I went on. It's called Gleanings. And you pretty much, it's just a week-long thing where you go and work at a factory, and you cut up and dry and package peaches and the peaches get sent to developing countries and things like that. And during this trip I got baptized, and I just I was already a Christian before I went on this trip, but I definitely learned more about myself and my own religion on this trip, and it definitely was a great experience. And I also realized that I really love helping other people from this trip, because we just because that's what the whole trip was about, and I just really loved it, and it made me realize that whatever I do in the future, I want to be helping people. And yeah, so that's it.
Okay, so hey guys, I'm Jeff, if you didn't know. So I'll keep the intro short and sweet. Identity to me is just experiences, life-changing experiences that kind of shape who you are. So I'll start with influential people in my life. My dad is super influential to me. He's got tons of hobbies and always loves what he's doing. He never has a bad day. He likes to garden a lot, and he's all about organics and stuff like that. So I made it a little interesting, and I just brought tea. And you guys are welcome to take a packet if you'd like. I hope I have enough. And he's he makes tea sometimes, and organic stuff is super expensive, and as a broke college student, I don't usually get organic stuff, but I always make sure tea is organic, because that was a big deal with my dad. And okay, so life-changing experiences. In middle school, I always wanted to fit in. I feel that's what most kids wanted. And so I was a follower, not a leader, and that's when I kind of figured out that I didn't need to be a follower, and I wanted to be a leader. And I went to Sunday school, and I was the class clown in Sunday school, and kids always looked up to me, and so that's when I kind of figured out that I could be my own person. And so then high school kind of started, and cliques happened, and I was never really part of a certain clique. I just kind of wandered around the halls and saw people I knew. And so things that kind of define me now are Judaism. Judaism is a huge part of my life. I have a Jewish tattoo, which wasn't allowed a long time ago, but now it is. Diabetes is a huge part of my life. I'm a type 1 diabetic. And so I know a lot about nutrition now and health. Okay, so Buddha and Ganesha are also super important things. I'm not an incredibly religious person, but I like to, because there's a lot of conflicts revolving around religion. So I kind of just pick and choose what I like from each religion. And so I got this cool bag because I really like Ganesha. You guys can pass it around and check it out. And Ganesha is the god for wisdom and the remover of obstacles. And Ganesha is the head of an elephant on an old man. And it's the son of Shiva and Parvati, I believe are the 2 gods' names. And so it's a very simple god, and everyone's always wanting wisdom, so I like Ganesha. And then there's Buddha, which you guys can pass on. You guys might have read like Siddhartha and like his journey to self-discovery, and like I believe in that a lot, and finding enlightenment. And yeah, that's my identity.